Well, this one is going to be fun. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but we have a rear accelerator support. I don't know, it's kind of hard to get it on camera how this accelerator's sitting really funky, but the rear bracket is broken and we are going to replace it. Maybe this angle will help everybody understand. That's it's not supposed to do that. Some of the things that you see along the way. This wire has the green crusties. I'm not even going to attempt to say it in a Scottish accent. I will murder it. Yeah. I don't know what we want to do about this yet. Let's focus on the accelerator first. So, for safety's sake, breaker off, drop cord unplugged. Do not work on a pin setter while it's energized or potentially energized. Oh, look. All the outer range linkage has been removed from this machine, and there's no auto out of range kit installed. So I bet this thing does funny cycles sometimes too. So we have both machines of the pair stopped at 270, setting a new rack. Breakers are off, the machines are unplugged. I'm gonna hop down there and pull out the drop cable for the motor's power, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. So the first thing I'm gonna try to do is take this chunk of wood and slide it between the top frame of the accelerator and the crossbars on both frames, and that way it'll support it, lift it up, and give me a little bit of extra work room. Now you can get a better shot of the carnage that has happened here. The bracket is now in 3 individual pieces. So we got our wood propping everything up. That gives us a little bit of space to work there. If this bracket hadn't broken as catastrophically, I would have removed these 2 bolts on each side of the accelerator and then lifted the top plate up. But we got to cut a corner here because our brackets already destroyed everything for us. So we're going to start by removing, let me see if I can move this light a little bit around, that way I'm not cutting you guys in shadows. But let's leave that there. We've got another 9/16 here. We've got 2 on this side, we've got 2 on the opposite side, and then we've got a, well, in this case we can try to put that bolt, that little 1/4-20 Allen head, and try and put that back in, but it may or may not work. We will answer that question when we get there. We're not there yet. Wrangle up some tools here. It is not 9/16. It is 1/2 inch. It's been a while since I've done one of these. A few years. Did I bring a 1/2 inch? No. I'll be right back. 1/2 inch has been acquired. Ooh. Let's not lose all our parts here. There we go. Okay. There is no flat washer. They have a lock washer, maybe. I thought I saw one, but now I don't. So we're missing hardware. 2 washers on this. Weird. Oh, they were on the top. Gotcha. Now I understand. Wow. Crazy. So we've got a channel nut in here. It's basically threads in a square plate. I'm checking to see if these threads are good. They are. So let's bring that back in. Just start it. just start the threads. We're not going to be tightening everything down yet. Just need to make sure we have a little bit of wiggle around room. And if we go ahead, let's just put those there for safekeeping for right now. So we have our broken lower section taken off. Now we need 9/16. Could we bring the impact gun in here and do this? Yes. It's a tight space though. We have oversized nuts on the inboard side. Excellent. I did bring a 5/8. I thought that was a possibility, but these are way big. Those are going to be 11/16. And guess what size wrench I didn't bring? Back to the tool bag. I'm going to get in a lot of steps today, I feel like. That was I think the second trip back to the toolbox already. Gee. But we're here. We have an 11/16. So let's see if we can snap these apart, or maybe we do need the Ugga Dugga. No, we got it. Whoa. Come on. Let's go ahead and loosen that one up first. This is a tight spot here. If I'm blocking your view, I apologize. Okay. Boy. Oh, by the way, these are A's converted to A2. The cross frame is different between the two different versions, between A and A2. In this case, I'm able to use a piece of wood on the cross brace up there, right over where it's like right out of your view. But on an A2 frame, that cross brace is going to be a different spot. You're going to have to come up with a different, loud noises, solution if you're going to try and support the top accelerator frame on the rear side. Threads are boogered up pretty badly. One. Swing you over. I can't move you over anymore. Like I said, this is pretty tight in here. All right, there's the second third of our bracket. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to save you guys the time. You don't need to watch it. It's going to be the exact same thing on the other side. But when I come back, we'll start putting this new bracket in. Let's bring our new bracket in. We've got our third chunker has been removed. This is going to be not super difficult, but sometimes you might need like 3 arms. I'm just going to bring our accelerator pin up. And there we go. All right. Whoops. So what we can do now, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to put a flat washer on the studs that are sticking up on each one of these mount bumpers. Okay, like that. I think the washer I used on this side that you can't currently see is too small. It has fallen through the slot. Yeah, that's okay. I got it out. I need a bigger washer. I have one right here. Okay. Sorry, you can't see that, and I'm not going to readjust the camera right now. But believe me, it is getting done. So we have a flat washer and a locking nut. Okay. Ow. And the same goes for the other side, the side that you can't see. I apologize again. We're not going to tighten anything down yet. We're just going to get all our screws back together. Now, the fun part. Our wooden block has to come out. You guys can't see, but I am lifting up on the accelerator frame, removing the piece of wood, and then letting this thing come back down. And really, what I want to do, if I can, easier said than done. Yeah, get some more light over here. I want to get this plate lined up with these holes. This bottom edge sticks out a little bit, so it can act as a footing for our bracket. But it's going to take a little finagling to get it in. I believe that this whole bracket needs to go rearward some. This is why we leave these loose, right? I did not loosen the opposite side down here. Let me reposition, and I'll show you guys how I do it. Can you guys see that? We're looking right here. No, that's exactly where we don't need it. Need more coffee. What I like to do, and what I've found fairly helpful, is vice grips on this lower flat washer. I'm not trying to clamp onto the rubber. I'm trying to clamp onto the bolt. And we are unthreading the bumper and the flat washer from the channel nut. And now we have wiggle room. So let's try this again. Okay, third time's the charm, right? So with kind of my arm and my shoulder over here, my right hand, I'm lifting up this accelerator pan. I try and muscle all of these pieces together. We're almost there, huh? We have run out of room. Our channel nuts and bumpers. There we go. That looks pretty darn good right there. Will we need to do a little more work? Maybe. But I think so far we're in pretty good shape. Let's bring our hardware back in. Line up again. One there. I'm not going to put the nuts on yet. Just going to start the bolts through the hole. Come on, there we go. Because we can't put a nut on here yet. Otherwise, we won't be able to tighten this bottom nut down for our word bumper. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Get out of here. Try and make sure I'm centered on the kickback frame, and that looks pretty good. We're within about 1/8 of an inch left to right. Let's bring our 1/2 inch back in. and go ahead and tighten our nuts down. Please. Something feels odd here. Is it, are we threading in? I don't think we are. I think the threads on this nut are bad. Uh-oh. Well, it may be a little stiff, but I don't think they're bad. This is something that has to be done with manual wrenches. You're not going to really be able to fit a power tool in here. Little tiny turn. A quarter turn at a time. Live my life a quarter turn at a time. No, bad Fast and Furious reference. Oh well. Forgive me, please. It's working. We're almost there. One more turn, and then we will be tight. Now we can go ahead and put the nuts back on the top bolts. I seem to. Here we go. No, I found them. Okay. I don't think you guys can see those nuts anymore. Reposition you. This is okay. That one is started. I'm going to have to lift the accelerator pan up ever so slightly to get the nut on the top bolt. There we go. Excellent. I'm going to do this all again on the opposite side, and I will save you guys the time from having to watch me do it twice. Okay, the other side's already tightened up. These are going to be the last two bolts that we're going to do. Some of you are very, very astute. You will notice that there is no quarter 20 flathead socket cap screw running through this little bracket business back here. That's because the accelerator pan, those mounting holes are so worn out, the head of the screw will actually just pass right through the hole in the pan. There are some tricks and tips to try and remedy that. We're not going to do that right now. It requires a very specific flat washer that they do not have. So, for now, we are going to omit those screws. That is tight. We are done. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Let's watch the ball roll in through there. Beautiful.